name is Anna Prizzia, and I'm the Director for the Office of Sustainability at the University of Florida, and also a co-leader for Slow Food Gainesville. I'm personally involved in local food in a million different ways. I mean, from helping to run the Slow Food Gainesville group, which is a group that's really focused on sustainable food systems, and as such, we work really hard on local and sustainable food issues. We try to educate people about local food. We try to talk to them about where they can get different local products and host tasting workshops and cooking demonstrations so people can learn about how to prepare this food and different things about it, what it tastes like, ways they can grow it, as well as to provide farm tours so people can get to know the local farmers in the area and connect more with their local food. I also am a member of 2 CSAs in our community. We eat a lot of fresh produce, so we joined a farm, and each week we get a basket of fresh produce from that farm as part of our membership fee. And the nice thing about community supported agriculture, or CSA, is that you get to have a personal relationship with your farmer, and you get to meet them, and each week you get a kind of a surprise basket. It's like a Christmas gift every week to open up and see what you got from the bounty of the farm. The challenge is that if the farm has a hard year, then you also have a hard year because you're in it with that farmer for the long haul. We also buy a lot of our meat locally and try to support the farmers markets when we can, get out there. We also try to source the things that we can't get locally in terms of food items but aren't willing to give up, things like coffee and chocolate and bread locally. So we buy locally roasted coffee, we buy locally made tempeh, we buy bread baked at local bakeries. So even when we know the product itself wasn't grown here in Florida or Alachua County, we know that we can still support the local businesses that are doing their best to endeavor to create a more sustainable and local product. Local food is important for a number of reasons. It's important for the health of your individual self because you have the opportunity to think about what's actually going into the food that you're eating, and you get the opportunity to hopefully engage with the actual producers and ask them those questions. So if organic is important to you, you can find out if the food is actually organically produced. If hormones in meat is really important to you, you can have the opportunity to talk to the farmer about exactly what he's doing to his cows or pigs or chickens and how they're raising them. It's just an opportunity to really engage in the conversation. Also, when we have a more healthy local food system, people have more access to fresh, healthy vegetables. And with diabetes and obesity on the rise in our country, as well as heart disease being the #1 killer of people, we are really in a situation where our food is killing us. And so we really need to think about how to get more access to fresh, local, healthy vegetables and get them into our diet. For our community, it makes a big difference because every dollar spent locally is going to recirculate in our community, and it's going to be an economic driver. So the more we can spend locally on any good, the better. And for the world, it's an important thing because, with the impacts of climate change and the amount of food we're shipping around the globe, we're spending a lot of our carbon resources, our CO2 resources, on the growing of our food in large industrial agriculture and shipping it by boat and by car and by truck and by plane. We're spending a lot of it in these big giant grocery stores supporting all of this food. And so when we think about our food system, we have a real opportunity to make a lot of changes that could make a really big impact on our world. And I think thinking about the local food system and coming back and bringing things back to small scale local is the best way for us to do that.